big part of living the Christian life is knowing that we are surrounded by the living presence of those who we love but see no longer. Hi, I'm BJ. Thanks for being with me this morning. How do we hold up the story of those that we've lost, those who have died, those who are such a living part of our lives that we can't imagine living our lives without them? Even in the weeks, months, sometimes years after they're gone, we still feel what's missing in our lives, even as we know that they're still with us. Well, the Christian funeral, there's always so much more to it than we realize, but even the funeral doesn't tell the whole story. Now a funeral isn't just a time to be sad, it's a time to come together and lift up all of our great range of emotions up to God. The sadness, the celebration of a life well lived, the sense of loss, the sense of grief, the need of healing, the need of the community to gather around. But even that isn't the whole story. Now, as a priest, I've celebrated a great many funerals. And in fact, with each one, I find my faith, I find my experience of God's presence grows just a little bit, because each story offers a new facet on what faith looks like. And each story, especially when we're celebrating at the end of life, each time we're gathering in an Easter liturgy. Sometimes that's hard for us to imagine at first until we think about the fact that what we're doing is we're gathering in the promise of the resurrection. And on Easter morning, it is a great celebration. And oftentimes, we choose Easter hymns to help us gather when we've lost a loved one. Well, even that story isn't complete without All Saints. And that's where we are this week. All Saints' Day was this past Tuesday, and it's this coming Sunday we'll celebrate it in liturgy at Trinity Cathedral. I know from my own life, this has been a hard year. It's one where I've had some personal loss. We're looking at losing someone. This milestone of All Saints has led me to grieve a little bit more, to cry a little bit more, but also to remember some wonderful stories of the person that I've lost. It also means remembering the hope of the resurrection. It also means remembering why we gather, why we break bread, why we celebrate Easter. And that story isn't entirely complete. The funeral story, the process of grief that we all go through, isn't entirely complete without also gathering to remember the beauty and wonder of the saints, the stories of their lives, but also to remember that they are with us, to remember that they are raised with Christ, to remember that they intercede for us. Very Christian theological term that really means they pray for us and they're rooting for us. I like to think that the people we've lost are just filling out the grand choir, and the sound gets more beautiful as the years go by. That isn't for a minute to mask the great sadness of when we do lose someone, and I understand that, and I'm experiencing that too. But it also means that the richness of why we gather as Christians, the story of Easter, the story of resurrection, is given new life in each life, lived out of celebration of the love of God. So I hope you'll join me in worship and celebration this coming Sunday for All Saints. Here at the cathedral, we'll have stations where the candles can be lit throughout the day. We'll have lots of chances to worship and to gather, to remember and to celebrate those who we love but see no longer, but those who we just know are with us, breaking bread with us, singing and praying right there alongside us. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Please, by all means, like, subscribe, say you're there, let us know. Let us know you're there. Look forward to seeing you. Blessings.